boy. Oh my god. The lighting. The lighting. Okay. That's better. It's not great, but hello. Hello everybody. Jump scare. I'm not in cosplay. Ooh. My hair's a mess. Hi everybody, whoever's here. Oh well, look who's Alicia. Look who we have here. I know. Look who we have here. I'm not even in cosplay. Jump scare. I don't think I've ever spoken to you guys outside of cosplay. So this is kind of crazy. Hi, Elizabeth. I'm doing okay. I just went to Universal today, so I'm a little tired. And then, I panicked because I remembered I had this and had to get home really fast. So that was a little crazy. But I'm here, thankfully, on time. I miss you too, Marissa. It's good to have you here. It's good to see some familiar faces, though. I wasn't sure how many people were actually going to show up to this because I'm not in cosplay. But how are all you guys? I keep wanting to do my Sirius Black voice. I have to swallow down the urge to do that. But how are you guys? How's it going? I'm excited to talk to you guys about things and what's going on. I have a feeling we're gonna have lower numbers this stream, but that's okay. Whoever I get to talk to is whoever I get to talk to. So you're doing good. Awesome. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Life's actually been going pretty good recently, surprisingly. And I think things going good in my life in general, like for work and everything, has kind of brought me here where I want to talk about another thing in my life that I really like, but have been kind of neglecting and having a hard time with, which is this whole channel and everything. What's your news, Marissa? You got some kittens. What are their names? Have you named them yet? What colors? I love cats. Sirius doesn't like cats, but I like cats. That is really a lot of work, though, I imagine, right? Having a bunch of cats. We had kittens at one point, 2 of them, and they were a handful. We had to baby proof the whole entire house just for the 2 kittens. So that was interesting. 4 classes. Okay. Let's go. Wait, I thought you had a lot more than that. I guess you have been kind of locking in recently, right? So that's awesome. I'm happy for you. And then you can stop going to school. Oh. Wait, you did the whole Hershey internship thing and then it just doesn't count? Because that kind of sucks, if that's true. But, all right. I'm glad you're almost out of there. But yeah, basically, oh boy. Alicia, that's a difficult question you just asked. Dimitri. Anastasia. Oh, from the Anastasia movies. Okay, I love that. I love orange cats too. That's really cute. Dimitri and Anastasia. I love that. You could. We'll have to hang out and make some stuff. Alicia, if you're asking if the people who played James and Lily are together anymore, the answer is no. And they haven't been for a while. It's complicated, messy. I'm not going to go into any details. It's not my story to tell. But yeah, it's okay. It happened a while ago. I'm trying to think of the last time we all made content together. So that would I guess it would have looked like they were together in the last kind of content we made. So, but no, it's the Marauders group. Part of the reason why I'm sort of bringing this all up, yeah, part of the reason I'm sort of bringing this all up too is because of that. Like a lot of my people who were Marauders, my Marauder group, kind of scattered either for like personal reasons or breakup reasons or just issues within the friend group. So I don't have the same group of people that I had before. And it makes it kind of hard to, I mean, you guys have seen, a couple of you guys have been here for a while, right? You've seen over the course of my time on YouTube how the people who I have playing certain characters always changes, right? Like over time, I've had different Remuses, different Lilies, different Jameses, different everybody's. And that's kind of part of the problem is that the cast has just been changing so much. Like I'm always serious, right? But everybody else kind of fluctuates in and out. And when you're making content and stuff like that, it's kind of hard when friendships end and you have to try to replace them. And then it's a weird, you don't know if the dynamic works. So it's just it's kind of messy. I wanted to talk though, in general, because recently I became very nostalgic about all the old stuff I used to film, and I started missing all of you guys and my audience, and missing the times that we would all hang out together, like for live streams and videos and everything like that. I've been really missing that connection with all of you, and I wanted to talk about what I wanted to do going forward. Talk about the past a little bit, but talk about what I wanted to do going forward and get your guys' feedback on it. And get your guys' thoughts. Yeah. I really do miss you guys. Like, I was genuinely like maybe a little egotistical of me. I was rewatching a bunch of old live streams the other day, and I really missed that. I missed talking to you guys and hanging out and entertaining you guys. And it's just hard, right? And I kind of want to talk about that for a moment where, you know, J.K. Rowling has clearly lost the plot. Okay. She's completely insane. And she's not just crazy, she's also like dangerously crazy. Like she's actively causing a lot of issues, right? And I'm queer, and my entire friend group is queer, and a lot of my friends are like trans. So her stuff, like all of her hatred and stuff, hits really close to home. So it's very obvious, like the Harry Potter community as a whole is a really bad place right now, where you're kind of playing the game of I like Harry Potter in like a way where I enjoy it and I see a lot of queerness in it and I see a lot of love in it. And then you have to contend with the fact that somebody else you might be talking to about Harry Potter might be a psychopath, might be a turf, might be a horrible person. And there's no real way to distinguish that unless you get to know them more. I was rewatching them and I was like, they were like you said, Merlin, I would rewatch them and I remember I had so much fun. Like I had so many good memories doing that. I enjoyed it. I always looked forward to it, right? And I did fully intend on keep making that content, but the atmosphere in the fandom has just gotten so bad, like so much worse. Even in the span of like, I think Drake and I went live as Regulus and Peter last year, maybe a little over a year ago. Even since then, it's just gotten so bad, right? It's such a complicated feeling. Yeah, exactly. And I'm not going to say it's more complicated for me than it is, because obviously it's complicated for everybody. But when I talk to talk to people about it, what they don't understand is like, yeah, okay, stop engaging with Harry Potter like it's just a book series, it's just some movies. Just get over it because J.K. Rowling's such a bad person. But in my situation, it's not just a thing that I liked, right? It's not just a book that I really enjoyed or a movie I really enjoyed. It was my entire personality for all of middle school, all of high school, and then it became my brand. Harry Potter became my reason I started cosplaying, the reason I started writing. It became the backbone of this channel. Like I have a scattering of content that's not Harry Potter related, but so much of it is Harry Potter related. So it became like part of me as a person. Like it was so intrinsically tied. It used to even be in my username. And I had to change that because I didn't want people thinking that, people, I don't want people associating me with that. And I built this whole community of all of you guys and everybody I have on my YouTube channel. I have all of that because of Harry Potter. I have all the memories I have on YouTube because of Harry Potter. And now it's all got this ick on it. It's got this taint on it. And as much as I want to reclaim that, it's just muddied, right? It's really difficult. Yeah, it's kind of tarnished. Right. And right, like Merlin, you're saying I wanted to take it and make it a safe space. Like that was kind of my thought process where I would take it and create a space where people could enjoy Harry Potter and it could be unapologetically queer and unapologetically a good place to be. Like I tried to make all my live streams and my content. We're obviously serious, obviously openly queer, and we're very accepting and very honest about that. The problem is just the rest of the fandom and the atmosphere has gotten so bad that it just feels like I don't know if that's possible anymore. Even with the best intentions, that people wouldn't see it as me trying to promote it or something. Like even if you look at my content, you guys know my content is very queer friendly. It's very accepting. It's very open. And the problem is that like the outside of people don't know that. All it looks like to them is I'm still cosplaying Harry Potter and I don't give a shit about all the stuff that J.K. Rowling has done. And that's not the case, I love that yeah, I know. I'm like looking at you guys. I don't think I've ever spoken to you guys not as serious. Not that I can recall. I think it's always been as serious. So I imagine it's kind of a shock to see all this, right? I have green hair right now. It's kind of greenish yellow right now, but I have green hair. My natural hair is actually brown. That Sirius was always a wig. It was like 5 or 6 different wigs actually over the course, maybe more than that, over the course of my time on YouTube playing Sirius. So oh my God, so many wigs. Marissa will be very aware of the wigs, the amount of serious wigs I've gone through in my lifetime as him. But like I was saying, thank you. I'm glad you guys like it. It's really hard because Harry Potter wasn't just my number one fandom, even though it was. It was also the thing that I created this community out of on YouTube. It was the reason I became a cosplayer, the reason I became a writer, the reason I've done so many things in my life. And Sirius Black is like my favorite character. And I've always had such a close connection to him. I've always enjoyed cosplaying him. Like when I put that stupid wig on, it's like I got possessed by him. Like I would just get, there's no other character I feel that way about. So when I talk about like going forward and trying out new stuff, it's a little more complicated than just like cosplay a new character. It's like I don't have characters that I connected with as much as I connected with Sirius Black, like that I felt on the level that I felt with Sirius Black. And to like completely shift, right? To take everything I was doing before and do a completely different thing, it's not an easy task. And it's also like, I don't know if my audience would be interested in that. If I start putting out stuff that's not that, I don't even know if anybody would want to watch it or pay attention to it because it's not what I was doing before. It's not the same content. And the problem is that I've been missing it. Like I have missed live streaming and making videos and content. And that's part of the reason I wanted to do this live, is to talk to everybody and get your guys' feelings on everything. I mean, like, and just talk. I mean, talk about our issues with Harry Potter right now. Talk about what I want to do going forward on the channel. I have a couple of ideas that I can throw at you guys and like see if you guys want to go back and forth and figure it out. But like the thing is, I don't want to just start making shit and then nobody cares about it and then nobody wants to like watch any of it. So yeah, like, because before I was kind of taking the approach of like, okay, well, as long as I'm not buying anything, right? As long as I'm not purchasing new Harry Potter stuff, as long as I'm keeping my money out of her pocket. But like a lot of people, and this is where I get a little frustrated too, right? Like Elizabeth is saying, I get a little frustrated because like people are like, well, I just stopped liking Harry Potter, so why can't you? And I'm like, it clearly didn't mean as much to you as it meant to me or a lot of other people. Like it clearly didn't, because if it meant to you the level of what it means to, it's always meant to me, you wouldn't be able to throw it away as easily as you guys are. Yeah, and hi Drake. And that's where you have, why create an area of more hatred? Now, I would understand if people are like kind of blindly promoting the series. Like there are plenty of people I have seen who are like, can't wait to watch the TV show. And I'm like, guys, first of all, the TV show is going to be bad. Can we talk about that? There's no way it's going to be good. But you're also, that is actively supporting. That TV show does well. It gets more seasons. Harry Potter remains relevant, right? It just keeps growing as a franchise. You guys need to not do that. But those people live in this kind of ignorance where they can pretend that there's nothing wrong with Harry Potter and that everything's the same. And I don't subscribe to that either. I mean, in a perfect world, we could have a very genuine and open conversation about how we think we can consume Harry Potter while respecting the fact that J.K. Rowling's a freak and we all hate her. And I was trying to kind of create that with my YouTube space where I wanted a place where we could have that, right? We could have the Harry Potter, we can enjoy our Marauder stuff, we could enjoy all of this and also like recognize what was going on. That's what I wanted, but I just don't know if that's possible anymore. I don't know if we exist in an environment where that can happen, basically, because of not only J.K. Rowling, but the other fans. There's been this like turn heel in the fandom recently where if you still like Harry Potter in any capacity, there's a lot of finger pointing, right? There's a lot of, oh, that must mean you're a TERF. That must mean you're a bad person. And I don't think that's very fair, especially because like I'm queer and almost everybody you've seen on this channel is queer, if not everybody. Okay. And a lot of them are trans too. So finger pointing about transphobia isn't really cute when you're doing it at trans people, right? Who are just trying to enjoy this thing that meant a lot to them. But as much as I would like to live in a reality where that's not the case, it is the case. So continuing to produce Harry Potter content, it becomes a little difficult. As an online person with an online presence, it does paint you in a certain light to people who might not know you, if that makes sense, right? Like if you see me without the context of me just making Harry Potter content, you might make certain assumptions about me based on the fact that I'm still making Harry Potter content. But it's also nobody has any nuance anymore. It's if you're still making Harry Potter content and you like Harry Potter, you're a bad person, you're a TERF. And it's also scared away a lot of people who I would be making that content with because they don't want to catch it. And I don't even blame them. They don't want to catch okay, that's crazy. I have been told I look like him, Zed. I have been told that. That's kind of crazy. Maybe I should cosplay him because I have been told that. But like, yeah, Elizabeth said it was a huge part of a lot of people's lives. And especially it was a huge part of my life because I was into Harry Potter from 12 years old. And it literally changed the course of my life. I went to college for what I went to college for because of Harry Potter. I created my YouTube channel because of Harry Potter. I got into cosplay because of Harry Potter. So it's not just a thing of like, oh, you liked a book, now get over it. It's not like that. I have all of you. I have my YouTube channel. I have all these people because of Harry Potter. Who told me that? I think a coworker told me that, actually. Like the second I dyed my hair green, a coworker told me that I looked like the guy from the Zombies movies. So I haven't watched them. I know some of the songs are a banger, but I haven't personally watched them. So I have been told that though. Every time I dye my hair green, I get called the Joker, which is fine, and then that guy from the zombie movies. Right. And it's like I have been involved, like Elizabeth, you said that you get hate for just interacting with fan stuff. Which Alex? You have to specify. I don't recognize your username. Like Malix, Dalix. Right, like which one? I know so many. But yeah, it's like I am clearly explicitly a queer fan. And I still get people being like, "Oh my god, I can't believe that you're still interacting with it." And I've interacted with Harry Potter on every possible level. I made YouTube videos, I've done live streams, I've done cosplays, I write fan fiction. Okay. So every aspect. And it's like if you continue making content for it, then you're vilified and you're shamed. Okay. And so I get heat for a moment. It's difficult because I can try to communicate up, down, sideways, 800 different ways how much I don't support J.K. Rowling and how I am queer and how I don't want that hatred in the fandom, and people still do it because I do think that there's some sort of um moral superiority. No, you're okay. If I had to guess, it's Malix. But like you can't just throw out the name Alex like we don't know 17 of them. But I'm assuming Malix. I think you've told me that, and then also a coworker has told me that. So I've been told that by multiple people. But I think people have this moral superiority. I think they have this moral high ground about, oh, I just don't like Harry Potter anymore. And also Harry Potter was also bad. What? Jalix? I'm gonna keep talking. Um now I did get derailed. I think people are like, well, I don't. Okay, thank you. I'm trying to talk about serious issues, and Malix is here playing around. Thank you. I try. But basically, it's like people have this moral superiority of being like, I don't like Harry Potter anymore. And not only do I not like Harry Potter anymore, Harry Potter was bad and it's always been bad. And if you read the books and you didn't pick up on these minute, like terrible things in it, then you're also a bad person. And that's what I really haven't enjoyed about this whole discussion, right? Is serious issues. Haha. If only I was dressed like Sirius right now. That's what I don't like, this narrative shift that people are trying to do of being like, not only do I not like Harry Potter anymore, I never liked it because it was always bad and you guys are stupid for ever liking it. That's what I don't like. Y'all liked the books. Are there issues in the books? Sure. But I think context is important in the sense that they were written in the 90s and early 2000s. And I do think that the core of the books, the intent behind the books is to love everyone. Love is the most powerful force in the universe. Love defeats evil every single time. And it really does suck that J.K. Rowling lost the fucking plot so bad that she now is a piece of shit full of hate. Okay. And that's terrible. And that sucks. But the people trying to gaslight everybody about the books always have been bad and there was no redeeming qualities about any of them is ridiculous. And to act like people who this was really important for and who have a slightly harder time just throwing it out, like they're bad people for that. I don't like that aspect of the fandom at all. And that's what I've been contending with recently. Right. And that's you're right, Elizabeth, because they do hang around. They want to be like, I don't like Harry Potter anymore. Anyway, I'm going to hang around and bully people who still enjoy fan content, right? Which, in my opinion, is just harmless to enjoy fan art and fan fiction and all that kind of stuff because it's not putting money in her pocket. Yeah, technically, it's keeping it relevant, but it's Harry Potter. It's got multiple theme parks, multi-million-dollar movies. It's not like, oh, you're promoting this niche thing that's problematic. It's like it's not like when everybody was really into killing stalking and it blew it up and everybody now knew what killing stalking was. It's like Harry Potter, people are wearing Harry Potter t-shirts around. It is mainstream. Me reading a Harry Potter fanfic doesn't put money in J.K. Rowling's pocket, number one, and doesn't promote the stuff. I mean, if you watch my streams, my videos, the stuff we were doing is so far removed from canon Harry Potter as to be completely unrecognizable, right? To the books or anything like that. So do people accuse me of promoting it? I'm like, I'm really not, because it's basically live fan fiction over here. Yeah, Cho Chang was bad. I won't present about Cho Chang. Yeah, and then Kingsley Shacklebolt. Yes. Yes. Like I said, there are problematic aspects to it. But when we were reading them as kids, when we were younger, we didn't know any of that. And clearly a lot of us didn't take those bad like random little things throughout the book, take them to heart. Because a lot of Harry Potter fans, at least the ones who are really intense about it, are queer and open-minded and liberal. Like we're all of these things. So clearly reading these books didn't like turn us into evil people with all the hidden evil messages or whatever. Because when you read the book is about loving people, loving everybody. That darkness can get so bad and the power of love pulls you through. That's what the books are about. Yeah, you just didn't try hard enough to do a British accent. Yes, see, right. And that's a good point, right, Alex, is that a lot of people like it and they don't know about all that shit. Like, yeah, I think at a certain point, if you like it, as in you're like on fandom talk or you're on like fan fiction or you're on Tumblr, you kind of have to know about it. But the average person doesn't know about all that. They don't know the details. So to like act like anybody who likes Harry Potter is evil, you're going to get yourself into a lot of weird situations with people who don't know anything about that, who you're just accusing of terrible shit, who don't even know. Because Harry Potter is like Star Wars now, okay? It's like Star Trek. It's like a Marvel. It's like a household name. People know who Harry Potter is. As much as I would love to go back to the days where nobody knew who the hell the Marauders were, okay? I would love that. We don't live in that reality right now. Half the reason I was as popular as I am or like was on YouTube is because the Marauders blew up and more people knew about them. And Harry Potter is big. It's big enough that the Marauders are no longer underground. They're very, very mainstream. You don't know how hard I'm fighting not to just do my serious voice every now and then because I'm on live stream and I have like a Pavlovian response to being on live stream to just start doing a British accent. But yeah, it's like I feel like there can be more nuance in the discussion, but unfortunately there isn't, which puts me in the spot where if I wanted to keep making Harry Potter content, I basically can't, because it would make people assume really bad things about me. You know? You gonna try to bully me into doing my serious black voice? I don't know about that. I'm kind of dressed like him right now. You know, like I used to wear. Oh, where is it? I used to wear this earring for him and everything. I don't know. Maybe if enough people bully me to do it, I will. But basically, it's put me in this weird spot, right? Where I would love to just keep doing Marauders live streams, and I would love to keep making Harry Potter content videos. I have so many ideas, but I can't because of the state of the fandom and because of J.K. Rowling. That's basically where I'm at. If I keep making them, people are going to assume things about me, and they're going to try to get me in trouble for it. It's all this stuff. You can't exist. There's no nuance left in the fandom. All the nuance is gone from the fandom. It's just too late. Everybody is like, if you like Harry Potter in any capacity, you're a TERF. Okay? And then they ignore the actual TERFs over there in the corner. And that sucks. Because I don't buy licensed Harry Potter merch. I don't engage. I don't give J.K. Rowling my money. I sold a bunch of my Harry Potter stuff. I sold a whole bunch of it. Right. It's like we wanted to do the Golden Trio. We were planning on doing the Golden Trio at some point, making content and live streaming. And I can't do that. Because it's one thing is like, I don't want to be lumped in with the people who are still supporting J.K. Rowling and everything like that. Because it's a slippery slope of like, I don't know if you're, at first glance, I don't know if you're a TERF. I mean, you'd hope you would know that I'm not a TERF, but you don't know. And when people are just interacting with you online, they can't see they don't know. So if I'm just still making Harry Potter content kind of blindly, then people are going to assume things. And that puts me in a hard spot. Right. Like, I know people still do cosplay, they still do fan fiction, and I support all of that. As a person who writes fan fiction, as a person who, does cosplay, I completely support that. It's just for me, it's in a bad spot. Because as a content creator kind of person, I'm not very big or anything like that, but it does put a spotlight on you, and you are going to get associated with that kind of stuff, whether you like it or not. And I don't want that ruining anything else. Yeah, you're right, Elizabeth. It's so conflicting, right? I don't want that to ruin anything else I might want to do. I don't want that to ruin if I wanted to make content that wasn't related to Harry Potter. I don't want that shadow over it. And to be honest, like, as much as I would like to just pretend and be like, I still love Harry Potter just as much as I did before, I don't. And I think it's because that energy there's like this just toxicity surrounding everything about it. I would love to just sit down and read the books and enjoy them again. But there's this thing like hovering over all aspects of Harry Potter where it feels wrong and it feels icky. And until J.K. Rowling, drops dead, it's going to always feel like that. And that sucks. But it's gotten to the point where even if I see Harry Potter content online, I'm like, it gives you a weird feeling. Yeah, I don't want that stigma surrounding everything I do. One of my most liked posts on Instagram ever is when I changed my username. Is when I went from Padfoot Rose to Cane Rose. One of my most liked posts ever. My most commented post ever. And everybody was like, that's a really good thing you did. Which, like, yeah, I agree. And I didn't want even my username to be associated with it anymore. But, like, that's where we're at. In terms of, like, associating with the brand. Is that me changing my username was celebrated because it's so toxic. Right. And it does suck because it is fun. And that's the worst part of it is I've never had more fun in my life than when I was doing this stuff with you guys, when I was streaming and making videos and talking to you. I just rewatched all those streams recently and it was so much fun. And the Marauders are so fun to play around with because they're very sandboxy, right? They're very like, you can do whatever you want with them. You can create whatever you want with them. You can interact with them however you want. You can make up all you want about them. And I miss all of that. And I miss, I miss that aspect of it. I miss what it meant to me. Harry Potter's like one of the few things that I've ever been into that I had like also like an encyclopedic knowledge of, right? I was a huge Harry Potter fan. I mean, if you guys can't tell from me literally having this YouTube channel, I was massive. And now it just feels like, well, what was all that time wasted for? What was all that time spent when now this cloud hangs over everything and I can't enjoy anything the way that I used to? Right. It's like it's at the forefront. You're exactly correct, right? You try to ignore it and you want to enjoy it the way you used to, and you can't because it makes you feel nasty. Because it makes you feel guilty to just try to like this thing the way that you used to like it. Right, because God forbid someone witch hunts you and pulls up all your old Harry Potter stuff. Exactly. God forbid they decide they don't like me anymore and they want to be like, well, look at all the Harry Potter content you created when J.K. Rowling was a TERF. As if like any of the content I made on my YouTube channel, and you guys know this, would promote that. Would promote anything that J.K. Rowling believes in. Right? Like, but there's just the nuance is dead. The nuance is dead, and the fandom killed it. And the online culture killed it. You can't engage with Harry Potter anymore without being labeled a certain way. No matter what steps you take in order to avoid it, no matter how clear you are with your intentions. Yeah. When you haven't even done anything wrong, it's crazy. Yeah, and right, Elizabeth, that's exactly correct, right? I have so much up here about Harry Potter and the Marauders and the headcanons and the whole universe that we as a fandom collectively created together. Like even just my own little mini YouTube verse of the Marauders stuff that we were doing, right? We had inside jokes and lore and all this stuff. And I'm just sitting here with it. What am I supposed to do with it? I can't post about it. I can't talk about it. Because then I'm going to get witch hunted. I'm going to get labeled, like it's that whole, oh, if you have your Hogwarts house in your bio thing, like I'm blocking you. And like to an extent, I understand it. But also, there's just no nuance there. That's basically what I can say, And I can't just be like, well, that was a book series I enjoyed. Just throw it over my shoulder. It's gone. It wasn't just that. Where I'm sitting here in this apartment right now because I liked Harry Potter. Because I read the books when I was in middle school, and then I got into cosplay, and I got into writing, and I went to school for writing, and I made all the friends I've ever made. Everything about my life is because I liked Harry Potter. From the top to the bottom. And now people are like, well, you should just stop liking it. You should just get over it. It's crazy. And even this thing that brings me joy, the YouTube, the interactions, the entertaining people, is steeped in Harry Potter. It's steeped in it. So, I don't know. It's difficult. And there's no easy answer. And the only answer I've come up with right now is to move forward. Is to find other things that I can do, other content I can create, other characters I can cosplay that I can try to rebuild a community from. Right. Like, how are you supposed to rip the building blocks of your personality out of your body? And just, give it up. Give it up. This thing that you've liked for so long, this thing that's been an integral part of your life, just throw it out. Why do you need that? Gone. Yeah. Oh, I see. Now you're both here. Well, you was like using imagination when you were doing, well, like basically almost all aspects of my interpretation of Sirius Black were made up, right? Let's be so honest. Like he was Sirius Black in concept, basically, and he was queer and he was loud and he was so much fun, and he's not based in any sort of reality. He's not based in the books. He's not based in the movies. He's my creation. And as much as I would love to just be able to be like, I can just take him. I can take him And it's as crazy as it sounds, I think that's one of the harder parts of it, right? Is Sirius Black as a character, he's not just a character to me. Like, I played him for so long. I played him for panels, and I played him for YouTube videos, and I played him for live streams for so long. Like, he's such an integral part of me. And I just have to give him up. I have to be like, bye, Sirius. Because J.K. Rowling wanted to become a TERF. And I think it's a lot to do with this sort of like moral superiority that people want to have because they're better than you, because they can just get rid of this thing and you can't. And so they're smarter and more emotionally intelligent than you, right? Right. And it's like, it is kind of, you're right, Elizabeth. It's like, I made him, right? Like I created him and I built him from the ground up. And he was mine. And he was like my character. Like, yeah, it's Sirius Black, but he was mine. And the interpretations, the way I dressed him, the way I acted, the interactions I had with other people, that was me. But because he's connected to J.K. Rowling, I can't have him anymore. I would love to stone you for that, Alex, actually, right? But yeah, Alicia, he's like a part of who I am, right? Like he lives in my heart. Not just the character from the books, but like the character that I built up, the character that I created. All the memories I have of interacting with you guys as him is like tainted. It's soiled. Even when I watch the live streams back, I have to be like, damn, this was so much fun. And I can't do that anymore, you know? Right. These things form who you are as a person. They form your morals. They form the way that you interact with people. And I agree with you, Elizabeth. She wrote the characters into existence, but specifically with the Marauders fandom, like we definitely took it and we ran with it, and we basically made up a bunch of shit up. Like, can we be so for real? The Marauders fandom is just making shit up. It's just us going over here in our little sandbox and making shit and just pretending. Like, it's so detached from who she is. And I would argue it's a whole fundamentally separate fandom almost from the Harry Potter fandom. But because of the popularity of Harry Potter and J.K. Rowling's influence and her bullshit, it is impossible to ignore, like, to enjoy this thing we created because of her. We see facets of ourselves in the things we create, right? And I like, what is Sirius Black as a Marauder in the books? You see like what, 2 lines from him or something like that, and then you see him as an adult, which is basically a different character entirely. And then all the rest of the groundwork I had to do myself. All the rest of the groundwork I had to put in to make him. And now he's been taken away from me because people wouldn't be able to understand that nuance, wouldn't be able to understand that a queer person interacting with a piece of media in a way that makes them feel safe is not the same as somebody putting putting money in J.K. Rowling's pocket. Me as a queer person, enjoying Sirius Black, enjoying hanging out with you guys, enjoying making content is simply not the same as a straight person who just blindly likes Harry Potter and doesn't give a shit about all the horrible stuff that J.K. Rowling is doing. Those are not the same. But according to the witch hunt, ironically enough, of the Harry Potter fandom, they are. But what I don't like about it too is the witch hunt on every level of fandom. Like, I would shame people who maybe I would shame people who watch the TV show that's going to come out, because now we all know J.K. Rowling's a shithead and we shouldn't be giving her any money. So I'd shame somebody who watches a TV show. Am I going to shame a fan fiction writer for writing Harry Potter fan fiction? Am I going to shame a Marauders fanfic writer for writing Marauders fic? No. They're just writing and they're playing sandbox and they don't make any money off of it. And J.K. Rowling doesn't make any money off of it. And like, it doesn't really promote anything. It's just for fans by fans, but nobody sees it that way, right? Me making a YouTube video about Harry Potter is seen as the same as sliding $100 bill in J.K. Rowling's pocket to some people. And there's no levels to that. Yes. Right. It's like it's like Harry Potter is a sandbox, okay? And it's almost because it's not as fleshed out as it could be that makes it so interesting because you can play around in it and you can build things up and you can make these characters and have such a good time. Like it allows that. Like as the Marauders, when we're live streaming, we can say basically whatever we want because there's no canon material for it. And we're getting to invent it and make these characters as we want and getting to create the relationships we want from it. And there's not a lot of other things that allow you that level of creativity and influence in the same way. So yeah, there's going to be a Harry Potter TV show on HBO Max, I believe. That is just the books, like the books 1 through 7, again, but in TV show format. So it's basically just redoing the books and the movies. It's not the Marauders. It's not a sequel. It's not a prequel. It is just the main books again. But I don't even really know how it's different. The whole reason J.K. Rowling is doing it is because she wants to be able to control the narrative, and she doesn't like Emma or Daniel or Rupert anymore because they hate her. So she wants to cast new actors in order to replace them, actors who aren't going to call her a turf to her face, so that way she can keep profiting off of Harry Potter. Right. They're getting called homophobic, and yeah, like the getting called homophobic and transphobic when you're literally like queer, when you're literally like queer and trans is insane. Yeah, so she's basically redoing it all because Warner Brothers still wants to make money off of the Harry Potter IP, and she still wants to make money off of the Harry Potter IP. So they're just redoing the whole thing over again. But they're also like changing some things and adding some things that don't make any sense. And they're kind of trying to play the field of like appealing to like liberal audiences and conservative audiences, which doesn't make any sense. So yeah, and then like it's like how long before the child actors also hate her because she's a horrible person. Also, how long it takes to make TV shows nowadays? How long before she's just gonna like the show's gonna get canceled. There's no way they're getting 7 or 8 seasons like they want to, and the kids are gonna grow up too fast to make them realistically look like the age they're supposed to be. The only reason the 8 Harry Potter movies we got worked are because they filmed it over the course of 10 years, and every single year they filmed the movie. So the actors didn't age out of the role. Whereas in this TV show, they're definitely going to. Right. And she does think that. The kids are going to get a lot of hate. They've already gotten a lot of hate. I'm pretty sure the girl they cast for Hermione is POC, right? Because J.K. Rowling's on J.K. Rowling does this thing where she tries to be progressive in other ways to cover up the fact that she's really terrible in some ways. So she's sort of doing the whole, oh, Hermione was always black thing, and look how progressive I am to cover up how horrible she is. Even though we all know, I don't mind Hermione being POC, but in the book she wasn't. But if you ask J.K. Rowling, she always was. And that's their little thing they get to throw in there. You're like, oh, you can't be mad at us. Look how diverse we are. While she's actively donating money to kill trans people. It's also, yeah, can we talk about it? It's not going to be good. It's not going to be a good show. Like, give or take a couple things, the movies are very accurate to the books. You're not going to do a better adaptation than that. You really aren't. I would be both more and less offended if she did like a Marauders thing, because at least that would be something rather than just doing the main story over again. But yeah, it's just because they want to replace everybody. So I don't recommend watching it. I hope what my theory is that everybody is going to watch season 1 because people can't help themselves. And then hopefully around season 2, season 3, when it takes forever to come out, people will drop off and then the show will end. I personally I have no intention of watching it. Right. And they can't replace the old cast. They're perfect. They're literally perfect. So again, it's just a waste. It's all because everybody hates J.K. Rowling. And Warner Brothers, rather than cutting ties with her, are just going to fumble their way through trying to get around that. Because it's such a big IP, because so many people like it. It's mainstream now. Like, I was at the parks earlier today, and it's like everybody's walking around with a Harry Potter t-shirt, even people who have never even seen a Harry Potter movie or consumed anything. Yeah. Hate watching is giving attention, so definitely don't hate watch it either. If you have to watch it, pirate it. People are going to be uploading it all over the place so that you don't have to give anybody money, right? But I just genuinely don't even think it's worth watching. But what I wanted to talk about is going forward. I wanted to talk about the future, right? Now that you guys kind of know where I'm at with the Harry Potter thing. I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on what kind of content you would want to see that's not Harry Potter related. I have a couple ideas I can throw out there that I've been kind of cooking in the background trying to figure out, but I miss you guys. I miss this. I miss YouTube. I miss streaming. Because the only place I've been really keeping up consistently with engagement and stuff is like fan fiction. Because I do write fan fiction. I've been on top of that. I've been doing a whole lot of that. But it's not the same because I don't get to talk to and interact with the people that I write fan fiction for. It's very isolating. And I miss having this community of people. I do like anime, so I'm willing to take suggestions for that. I appreciate that, Elizabeth. And that's the thing too, right? Is like you guys have been around like forever, and I really do appreciate that. It's just like I don't know what kind of stuff other people are gonna. I mean, I guess like I can cater to a new audience too, right? But I don't know how many people are gonna jump ship when I don't put the the Sirius Black shit back on. But I did want to throw this out there, and I'm not 100% sure about it yet. But I did kind of have the idea to maybe do one last Harry Potter live stream. Like advertise it as the last, one last live stream to kind of say goodbye to it as a concept, as the end of an era. It would probably just be me as Sirius and Drake as Peter. But just doing one last one to say, this is it. And probably maybe attach some sort of fundraiser to it for, some kind of LGBT kind of organization or something like that. But I mean, why I'm thinking this is it feels wrong to just not say anything about it, to not address it, to just let it fizzle. I mean, like the last stream I did was as Regulus and Peter, like over a year ago. And I liked that stream. I enjoyed it. But like to just let it die and never address what it was and never celebrate what it was, it feels kind of wrong to me. And so I was kind of leaning towards that idea of doing one last one. Just to say goodbye, to celebrate, get into Sirius one last time and interact with you guys like I used to. Make it very clear that this is the last one and the reasons for it being the last one, and maybe make something good out of it by raising some money or something like that. But yeah, I want, if you guys would be interested in that idea. I think it would be good. I think it'd be nostalgic, and I think it would be the end of an era before I start making my new content and starting over. I just feel like it's something that needs to be given an end. Like it's something that needs to be given some closure. And I want to be able to do that. Right. And I do think that is true too. I do think that me just never addressing it, I still get people asking about it, and especially because a lot of my audience is younger, a lot of them don't necessarily understand all the nuances of why this has happened, like why the lack of content, why the pivot, right? So I think maybe doing one last one and celebrating it and then being like, that's it. I think that's probably what I'm going to do. Maybe it's partially because I do miss being serious. Who's to say? I almost did his voice again there. I need to get a grip. Yeah, like I'm not leaving YouTube. I want to make new, different content. Just not like I want to say, right, maybe see you later to the Harry Potter content. Because I promise you, if J.K. Rowling up and dies, back in the Sirius Black outfit bed faster than you could imagine. But you're right about that, right? Like, I don't want to like say I'm not going to make anything ever again, or say goodbye for good. But I do think it needs to be addressed, and I do think that right that this is something new, that we're moving on, that we're changing things up, right? So if you guys like that idea, I'm definitely going to consider it. I'm definitely going to, I'll talk to Drake about it and see what we want to do. But if you guys are interested in it, I'm interested in it. I would love to know what you guys would like us to do for the final stream. If you have any ideas, like, we got the baking, we've got the painting, because we did the little art club in the one with Regulus and Sirius. No, Regulus and Sirius. Oh my God, can you imagine? Regulus and why are you saying come on? Oh, do the voice. I'm gonna get more bullied than that to do the voice. Yeah, so if you guys wanted us to do painting, if you wanted us to do baking, if you wanted us to do anything what would you guys would think would be a good send-off activity as the last thing that we did? I would probably be a pretty long stream to just really get all of it out there. And see, now I'm getting bullied. Do you guys see this? I'm getting bullied. Baking would be sick. Yeah, I mean, baking's traditional, right? Baking is a staple on this channel. I haven't done people coming out of their woodwork to make me do the roar. What do you even want me to say? It's so easy when I'm like in him or whatever. I'll just slap the wig on my head real quick. Be like, But I never did baking with Peter, I don't think. So I think that could be fun. Regulus and Peter was fun, but Sirius is my guy and Sirius is my brand. So I think it'd be fun to do that again. The voice. Do you guys want me to start doing it? Like with nothing to say, just start talking like Sirius? I could. Yeah, like I'm not saying goodbye to being serious forever, because if the fandom intention shifts, if things change and it's a more comfortable environment where I feel like I can come back to doing Marauders content, I will be there immediately. It'd be more of like a celebration of life stream for the content that I made before, with the acknowledgement that things are going to change, I guess. Baking? Yeah, I think so. I'd have to talk about baking, bring it full circle, right? I'd have to talk to what we wanted to bake. Maybe something a little more complicated just to make it really fun. But I think it'd be a good thing to just, I think I need it too, right? Like, I think I need one, like knowing that my last stream I was doing fucking Regulus of all things. I think getting the chance to say goodbye to it for all of you and also for me. Not a farewell cake. I don't know if I want to be that dramatic. But I think it would be good for me to let that aspect go too. I think that would be important for me to have that. Yes. Y'all dress in all black like it's a funeral. I already dressed in all black as Sirius, so it wouldn't be that big of a shift. But I think that'd be a good idea. So keep an eye out for details about that happening at some point. I'm probably going to try to heavily advertise it and let people really know that It's going to be the last Marauders stream, at least for a while. And so hopefully people will come. That's just serious, right? He does. I have seen Full Metal Alchemist. Okay, let me also toss out while I'm here a couple of different concepts that I was thinking of for future content, right? So I don't know if you guys saw, but in my community tab, I did say something about Gravity Falls. And on the poll I put up, it seemed that people were interested in Gravity Falls content. So that's probably definitely going to be one that we're doing. I put up a second poll. Gravity Falls. I put up a second poll asking which video people would be more interested in. And so far, the one that's winning the most is Bill Cipher and Dipper doing baking together, which will be really interesting and fun. So Gravity Falls is one that I'm going to try to lean into. So you will definitely see some Gravity Falls content. Another one I was talking about was Percy Jackson. We've already made like one video like that. So I think that was fun. I think that has a lot of potential too. There's a lot of different characters. So Percy Jackson is another kind of fandom that I want to explore. Now all the things I was thinking of are just out of my head. We did talk about doing some Five Nights at Freddy's content. I want to do my typical like baking, interactive stuff, live streams, videos, but I also want to do a little more higher concept stuff. Like I want to do a little more complicated stuff. I want to do like more in-depth, higher production videos as well, like cosplay videos. So Five Nights at Freddy's, Percy Jackson, Gravity Falls. Oh, okay. Reverse Falls is interesting. I personally never cosplayed from Reverse Falls, but I have friends who have, and I'm familiar with the concept. But that could be really cool, actually, especially for like an April Fool's thing. I really like where your head's at. Let me actually write that down because I like that a lot. For Gravity Falls, I would be playing Reverse Falls. Cool. For Gravity Falls, I would be doing probably mostly Bill Cipher because I cosplay him. So I like his energy. See, the hard part is you guys might have picked up on seeing me as Sirius Black, right? That I like very high energy characters. I like characters who dominate the room, who are very loud, who are very aggressive. And so finding characters like that are difficult. But I'd probably be doing Bill. I'd probably be doing Ford at some point, and I'm not opposed to doing, as crazy it's going to sound, guys, Mabel or somebody like that. But probably mostly Bill. And I think the first video probably will be Bill and Dipper baking, and then probably a live stream of us after that. Like after we're going to film the video and then live stream afterwards. So, but Reverse Falls could be cool. I wouldn't mind that at all. Have you thought on cosplay? Oh, Ed, as in like my first thought was our flag means death. You mean Ed from Full Metal Alchemist? I almost cosplayed from Full Metal Alchemist, but I forget her name. I almost did the blonde lady. I don't remember her name. As unusual as it is for me to cosplay women, I almost did her. I like the concept of doing Full Metal Alchemist. The whole thing with his brother being a metal suit makes it a little harder to like logistically do, but I'm not opposed to it. Yeah, okay. There probably will be Homestuck content, and I'm warning you guys ahead of time. I know some of you are a little younger, but there probably will be Homestuck because it's relevant again, and the Homestuck brainworms have gotten to shut up, Alex. No, it wasn't Winry. It was the like military lady. The military lady, not Winry though. Homestuck will be happening. There are already plans in the works to possibly do, well, probably definitely at this point, do a Homestuck day at one of the parks at Universal. So that will probably be happening for sure. And then maybe some other content. Who's to say? It's relevant again, and I feel like I must take advantage of that. So Homestuck is definitely probably going to be on the table as that. But I also wanted to expand beyond just doing cosplay content. Two blonde. It was like the angry blonde lady. She was in like a military uniform. I don't remember her name. If you say it, I might recognize it, but that's who I almost cosplayed. I also want to do some content that is like not cool, like kind of out of character. But if you know my friend Megan, I don't know if Megan's still in the stream, but I was thinking doing some stuff where we kind of did semi out of character, like tier list videos and ranking videos and discussion videos, where let's say we like, woo, Carcat, we sort of rank like different ships or different fandoms and we discuss them. Probably in some kind of cosplay. But like, I don't know if that makes any sense. Like doing like very casual kind of cosplays and then like discussing something or ranking something, doing something like that. That's kind of the content I also want to make beyond. Can I do Kankery? I maybe for a YouTube video. That I mean, anything's possible, right? I want to keep all avenues open for the kind of content that I can do. But mostly, I want to do the kind of content where I can do stuff like this, where I can live stream and interact with you guys, those characters. Oh my God. Now I'm burpy. You guys remember how burpy I've always been. I'm open to a lot of ideas. And that's why I wanted to hear from you guys about what kind of content you wanted to do or me to do so I can still engage with you in that way. Look, friggin' Alex is pushing her agenda right now about what the content we're gonna make. Are you gonna be in a YouTube video, Alex? Am I supposed to believe this? That you're gonna be in a YouTube video? Yeah, we'll see. If you're gonna do it, maybe. But yeah, Gravity Falls, Reverse Falls is a really good suggestion, so I'm definitely gonna take that into consideration. Homestuck. Why can't I remember anything that I said? Percy Jackson, big. Big. Yeah, Percy Jackson. We talked about doing some Interview the Vampire content, me and Megan. So we might do some Interview the Vampire stuff. Yeah, I just want to try new things. You know, like I kind of pigeonholed myself real bad with the Harry Potter stuff, and I really did like doing it. But now I want to try new things. I want to put myself out there. I want to challenge myself. Sirius is a really easy character to do because he has meant so much to me for so long, and I really enjoy him. But I want to push my limits, right? And that's kind of why I'm doing the Bill Cipher thing, because I mean, in a way he's similar to Sirius, but in a way he's not. So I want to try expanding those horizons and doing different things. But if you guys have any specific fandoms that you want to do me to do or to try, I'm willing to try everything once. It might be that person. You know what? Now that you said the name, it might be that person. Yeah, I don't remember her name. I just remember I almost cosplayed from her. I'm into a lot of different animes too, so that is also always on the table as something that we can do. I mean, I did that skate panel back in the day. I'm trying to do a Homestuck panel at Holiday Matsuri this year, so Homestuck's on the table. Okay, well, you keep asking for all this stuff, and you're not going to be in the video? I think everybody should bully Alex about being in my videos. You could be in the video. It's edited, so you don't have to, like, it's fine. If you mess up, we can just edit it. Try again. You know? So I think you want to put all these suggestions out there. You better be willing to put up. Yes, Interview the Vampire content. Let's go. For sure. Diversify. Yes. Attack on Titan is interesting. I'm not sure what videos I would do as Attack on Titan, but I'm not opposed. Yeah, I mean, I did cosplay from Attack on Titan before. I did Levi a long time ago. It might be Riza. Yeah. I mean, like, it's been a long time since I watched Full Metal Alchemist. See, the thing is, when I'm picking things that I want to do, it has to be a thing that I feel like, one, I can act as, and two, I can get other people to do with me, and three, has a good cast of characters. Not please Attack on Titan. I mean, if you guys gave me some video ideas of what the hell I would do in an Attack on Titan cosplay, I'm not against it. I'm not against it. It's been so long since I cosplayed Levi. So is Attack on Titan relevant anymore? I mean, like I say, like I didn't just say I was going to cosplay from Homestuck. Five Nights at Freddy's is going to be pretty big though, because we've been cosplaying them a lot and we're going to be getting into them a lot. So definitely keep an eye out for some Five Nights at Freddy's content. But Interview with the Vampire for sure. Gravity Falls, definitely. Eren and Mikasa baking. Interesting. I don't know who I could find to be Mikasa. Maybe. Oh, you will do the FNAF content. Look how the story changes. Look how the story changes. You think, okay, well, everybody apparently, Attack on Titan is apparently more popular than I thought it was. I'm not opposed to it. For some reason, I feel like I would be Levi, which kind of goes against my usual type. But I don't know. All they'll do FNAF, don't ask me anything about the games. I'm not opposed, but like I don't know if I could pull off Eren. He is the best character anyways. For me, my character type is either characters like Sirius who are so loud and obnoxious, or like the deathly silent, like angry types. Levi and Eren. Yeah, I don't know how relevant it is anymore. Apparently, everybody in this chat is super into Attack on Titan. I didn't realize that was a thing anymore. I think Levi Bakes would be funny just because, like, I feel like he would be violently cleaning up after every single like time we put an ingredient in the fucking bowl, which could be really funny. I was thinking about that. If we did Eren and Levi, people would definitely be like with the shippy stuff. You know, the thing is though, it's crazy. The bar is in hell for Gravity Falls content because I just wanted to look up and see if anybody else had done anything. And I found this channel which had like hundreds of thousands, almost millions of views, and all they ever made was build dip content. Really bad build dip content, by the way, like terrible cosplays and awful videos and editing, but they had so many views. And I was like, that's crazy. He would get messy. Yeah. I feel like, I don't know if you guys ever seen those guys on Instagram, the guys who like, they show you how to make something, but they clean in between each step that they do, like really aggressively. I feel like that would be Levi. Yeah, no, it was like, if you Google Gravity Falls or Bill Cipher cosplay, it pops up. Not what me and Drake have to do. Bill dip, not the cigarette. But it was like, these cosplays were terrible. And I don't like to be mean like that, but these they were from like, the videos like 6 years ago. The cosplays were terrible. The acting was terrible. The script was terrible. And it was all Bill dip. And it had millions of fucking views. And I'm sitting here like, what the hell? I didn't realize. No, listen, we all, I also shipped Bill dip back in the day, okay? But it's fine. And I'm not even necessarily shaming, but I was more mad at how low quality these videos were. I was more mad about, even at my worst on YouTube, my most low quality, shitty cosplays, I was never as bad as this channel was that got so much attention. And I don't know if they just struck a gold mine with doing Gravity Falls at exactly the right time. I mean, I feel like Gravity Falls again has gotten like a new wind because of like Book of Bill and everything. So I feel like I might be hitting at a good time with the Gravity Falls stuff. But yeah, I just was mad about how bad the videos were and how much attention they got. And I don't, that's me being jealous or whatever. But I was like, really? The bar is in hell for me, I guess. I just do the bare minimum. But but not me. Like now I want a little more quality out of my stuff. So with Bill and Dipper, it would be definitely more high quality. And like obviously I'm very into Billford, so very big into Bill, like Bill and Stanford. But Ford is just not a very like loud character. Like he's not a very intense character, so he's a little harder to play off of. What if we just got really into FNAF Security Breach? Like, are we not already just really into FNAF Security Breach? We're gonna have been cosplaying them 2 times in a couple of weeks. So, you know. But speaking of Harry Potter content, definitely want to do that live stream, and I'm glad you guys are interested in it. So I will be scheduling that sometime soon to do as like the farewell stream. But also like if you still want to engage with me in any sort of Harry Potter content, I do still write fic. So there's always that. I'm writing I mean I'm a slow writer, but I have a couple of Harry Potter fics out there if you want to engage with that. Can you guys not have a domestic in my live stream? But like, so we said FNAF, Gravity Falls, I guess Attack on Titan, Percy Jackson. If you guys have any other things you want to throw out there, I am kind of making a list. I will always ingest fics. I have a Marauders, like Dark AU Marauders one that I've been writing for a really long time. You guys are welcome to check out. And I've also been working on a Drarry fic for a while that I'm planning on putting out soon that you guys can also read if you want. Warrior Cats. Okay, are you guys really into Warrior Cats? I'll make Warrior Cats content. I am very into Warrior Cats right now, and I'm not even afraid to admit that. If that's something you guys want to see. I was actually looking up Warrior Cats cosplays. Sorry, I was actually looking up Warrior Cats cosplays. And there's not a lot, and a lot of them are bad, but we also had the idea of doing maybe some Marvel content. So like Spidey Pool or Deadpool and Wolverine, any of that stuff, I might also be a thing. I think it'd be really actually funny to do like a Spidey Pool baking video where it's Deadpool and Spider-Man. I think that would be really funny. Well, I need your reviews, Marissa. If you're reading my Spidey Pool fics, I haven't heard you give me a review. I need an updated review about how you feel about it if you're reading it. Okay, well, you can go read my Harry Potter fics. Alex, you read my Drarry fic when I put it out. You're writing a book? That's exciting. What's it about? I'm also trying to write stuff that's not fan fiction, but it's difficult. Spidey Pool would eat. Would Drake be Spidey? No, Megan would be Spidey. Megan would be Spidey. The Spidey Pool video could be like, I was thinking that. I want to write that down too. I'm full of so many good ideas. Okay. Spidey Pool baking. It's just going to be me baking as like 17 different characters, which is kind of funny. Marauder's Life. Okay. If you guys want, I write on AO3. If you want my AO3 account name, I'll give it to you. Yeah, damn. Don't be just reading my stuff and not letting me know how you feel about it. The best part about people I know reading my fic is that I can hold them at gunpoint and make them tell me how they feel about my fic. Okay. But yeah, I think Spidey Pool or Poolverine or anything like that. Megan's really high. I think it could pull off a pretty good Peter, and then I would be Deadpool. I know you guys are like my YouTube people, but I have been writing an insane amount of Spidey Pool fic and Deadpool and Wolverine fic in the background. That's fine. Just text me your comments. That's fine. If you don't want to expose yourself, not like I'm exposing myself My AO3 account is between me and anybody who finds it. I really don't care. Yes. So you will do Peter Parker. I think that could be really cool. I think that could be a lot of fun. But I feel like I could do a pretty good Deadpool because I write him really well. So I feel like I can act like him really well. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, give me all the attention. all the love. Yeah, just watch my channel is gonna become me just baking in different costumes every single week. My username is the same everywhere too. If they find me, they find me. It is what it is. The first thing that's gonna come out is probably the Marauder stream, with me and Drake as Peter and Sirius as the goodbye stream, which I'm gonna try to advertise and let you guys know when it is. And then the first video after that will probably be the Gravity Falls Dipper and Bill baking video, for sure. Yeah, I'm a genius. I don't know what to say. See, he almost escaped my mouth again. He almost escaped. That's why I need to have one last stream, because Sirius is clearly rattling the bars of his cage to get out. Ooh, Lily becomes an animagus. I actually do like that. What did you make her? I'm curious. What animagus did you give her? When are we cosplaying Oron? For a video? I don't know. You want to talk about Attack on Titan not being relevant? It's very not relevant. Apparently, except everybody in this stream who's like, yeah, I love Attack on Titan Oron. A lioness is tea. I think that would actually be that's actually really cool. For some reason, it fits her really well too. A lioness. I think we always gave her like in the streams, we always talked about her being a bird or something, but I do like that. Okay. And what? What are we gonna do? You're gonna be Tamaki and I'm gonna be who? Who? People gonna watch that? I guess I'm just throwing shit at the wall. I'm just gonna make 400 YouTube videos of me dressed like different characters baking, and then that'll be it. And then some of them will stick. Yeah, I'm in a lot of fandoms too. It's just like, are those kind of fandoms going to be like relevant? Obviously, Kyoya. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. I mean, the thing is, I could actually see me and Megan pulling that off for a video. That's what I'm saying. It's either like the chaotic gremlin character or it's the really serious, like studious character. What's relevant? What's relevant right now? I don't know. I'll watch them all. Elizabeth, I appreciate you. He's like, I'm all of them, all those fandoms. Okay. Here's the thing, and I need you guys to hang on. I did have the thought that a Helluva Voss baking thing would be so fucking funny. It would be so funny. As much as I don't want to interact with that fandom, it would be so funny. Undertale is crazy. Is Undertale relevant right now? Yes, I did mention it. I just think those characters put in a situation, as much as I don't like interacting with that fandom for obvious reasons, like, that would be so funny. That would be so, like, can you imagine Blitz trying to make a cake or something? That would be hilarious. I'm not opposed to the idea. Elizabeth, you really are in every single fandom. That's crazy. What would another great April Fool's video be? Has-Been Hotel, or I'm not Has-Been. I'm definitely not cosplaying from Has-Been. Would be Helluva Boss. I don't know. Undertale. I don't even know who Spamtenna is. I don't care about Deltarune. I'm sorry. Yeah, could you imagine April Fool's? I just drop a fucking Helluva Boss video on you guys? Crazy. I'm not doing that. The thing is the thing too, with why the Marauders were always so nice to do is because they just wear clothes and they're just people. Whereas then if I did a if I did like a Hell of a Boss character, they're literally like body painted. Like I would have to body paint to film a baking video. Tumblr X AO3 April Fool's vid win. Reagan and Sans could be funny. I don't know if I could act like Sans for like the entirety of a video. I feel like that's more of like a con vibe. I'm committed to what? Oh, body paint? That's true. That's true. Well, for our first foray into Homestuck content, we were thinking about we were going to do the kids. So like John, Dave, and everybody. So we did used to cosplay for My Hero Academia back in the day. I don't know if I can get any of my people who used to do it again. I used to cosplay for My Hero Academia. I have a panel I did, actually. It's on my channel. I don't know if you've seen that. I used to do Aizawa, and I used to do Shigaraki. I don't know what other characters I would do necessarily. I'm not cosplaying from Date Everything. I hate that game. I hate it. Fake readings would be so good. That could be an interesting, like, out of character thing for me and Megan to do. Like, fake readings or, like, AO3 tag readings. I'm also going to write that down. Fake readings. Tag readings. Okay. My Bakugo wig is botched. Bro, we gotta cosplay Baku Deku to get the clicks, man. You gotta put this shit on. You gotta sacrifice it for the views. Like fix or whatever characters you're doing. Like fix for whatever characters you're doing. Interesting. You'll do a dramatic fic reading. I might hold you to that. If we're like doing the characters, we do a dramatic fic reading. Do you like Disney? I like some Disney things. Very specific. I'll write down the Oron video. If we do the whole Oron video and nobody watches it, I'm blaming you. Okay, Oron, Kyoya, and Tamaki video. Look, it's written down. Okay. I'm not opposed to it. I don't own an Oron costume, though, so there is that. But I'm not against it. You'll watch it 1,000 times. Which one? The Oron one? Alex can do Haruhi. You gotta get Alex in these videos, man. She's talking a lot of shit for somebody who said she wasn't gonna be in them. The beach outfits. Okay, well, at least Elizabeth will give us 1,000 views. So, I mean, that's already 1,000 views. It's pretty good. So, I guess, you know. Also, kind of really funny, like completely off topic. I was wearing this outfit once as Sirius, and it was after I'd gotten my tattoo. So I kept, like, I was rewatching the footage and I was like, man, I was very careful in that video not to show you guys my tattoo when I was serious. I just thought it was funny. I just remembered that because, like, the length of the sleeve. I was like, I remember I was trying so hard to make sure you guys didn't see it. Don't let this stop you. I have multiple cosplays. I guess we're doing Oron, everybody. Lock it in. Better hold me accountable. Well, Elizabeth's giving oh my god, what am I doing? My hair. Elizabeth's getting 1,000 views to all. Anyway. Giving 1,000 views to all my videos. Okay? That's not you're locked in. All my videos better get 1,000 views now. Because what else is the point? See, now Megan's going to be breaking down my door to do this because I agreed to it. I already said the first video is going to be the Marauders live stream. Yeah, look, Alicia's telling you got to come do it. The first video is going to be the Marauders live stream, the finale, the farewell, and then the next one will probably be the Gravity Falls one. I'm the guaranteed. Unless, Megan, you wanted it to be one of the times we're going to hang out soon to just bring Oron shit and we just do it then. I guess that's also an option. Like after Friendsgiving. You already agreed to do a panel. Oh, an Oron panel? Yeah, Elizabeth's just going to run all the views. Oh boy, look at the corner I've been backed into with this. Elizabeth, you're not helping. They've been trying to get me to cosplay Oron for years, and now you've backed me into a corner. You backed me into a corner. I don't think a YouTube video of the Vampire Council would hit as hard, funnily enough. So, I don't know why Ed, Edd n Eddy just popped into my head. That would definitely not be relevant. Can you imagine I just put on an Ed, Edd n Eddy video? I know you're not sorry. Listen, you're going to give me 1,000 views per video, so I can't even be mad at you. I really can't. What, the Vampire Council as a YouTube video? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Well, I've said we could. I think it'd be funny to do Lestat and Louis like the newlyweds tag. I think that would eat. I think if we played it like Lestat's on tour and he needs to make content for like promoting his tour and we do one, I think that'd be really funny. Does it? So this is my pirate key. I got it at like an event or something like that, but it's called the pirate key. So it's like opens any lock. Obviously it doesn't, but yeah, I guess it does kind of look like that, but it's my pirate key. It's what I wear when I want to be lazy. Yes. Yeah, that was my idea for the interview with the vampire video. I guess I'll write that down too before I forget. Is that Lestat's promoting his tour. So we have to do like promo videos. I'm just gonna go from like straight only Harry Potter content to the most random shit you've ever seen in your life. Do a doll tour. Okay, I'm about to learn how to cry on command. Okay, here's my doll tour. These are my dolls. Look at them. There's dolls. There's a doll. There's a doll. You guys, I would put everybody to sleep with my fucking dolls. Okay, you don't need all that. I feel I'm hopeful that if I do the Marauders stream too, that like a decent amount of people will come to it because usually they do. I guess Alicia and Elizabeth, if you still know anybody from the old streams, to let them know what's happening. You're here for the random. I'm glad. I'm glad you are. I'm glad. I appreciate your guys' support. Because like the thing is too, like when you brand yourself so strongly as one character, the second you try to branch out, like it just get worried. Like nobody's gonna want to watch me unless I'm serious. You know? Okay, so a Monster High video? Okay, I'll write that down too, actually. A Monster High sleepover video could be really cute, actually. I know you're here for clout. Your brain has 100 phantoms constantly running at once. Perfect. Then my YouTube channel will be your favorite thing in the whole world. That's what it's going to be. Creep over, but the outfits aren't ugly. I think that could be really cute too. Because I also want to make sure I'm doing... I appreciate you, Alicia. I'm lost every thought I've ever had. I want to do more TikTok stuff too. So I wouldn't be opposed to going live on TikTok and also making TikTok videos. I wouldn't be opposed to that. So, I feel like for some reason, Kieran, Elizabeth, and Draculaura feels like a thing that we do live on TikTok. But okay, Elizabeth's also in a Monster High. I can do anything, and Elizabeth's just gonna watch it. A sleepover series with different characters. That is interesting. I'm not sure entirely what characters would warrant sleepover things, but I'm not against it. Homestuck sleepover. Homestuck sleepover time. See, I say I'm going to do all this stuff, right? And then I'm only going to make Homestuck content. Oh man, Elizabeth, I do not want to carry my computer into my room, but I have about 100+ Monster High dolls in my room right now. We're not doing Roderick and Regina. I get people think that's funny. I simply don't care about it. I don't. So, Interview the Vampire sleepover. They don't sleep. Just us in our coffins. They sleep, but I don't know, man. It's the middle of the day because that's when they would have their sleepovers. I guess. You're fake. Go do it with your freaking fiance and leave me alone. It's fine. Everybody thinks it's so funny and I care about it. It's another one of those things. It's just people are going to latch onto it for a week and think it's the funniest thing in the world, and then it's going to be irrelevant again. So, My Little Pony sleepover. I'm writing it down. Elizabeth, are you also into My Little Pony? That might happen too. I think that would be really cute. I wish we had done a Marauder sleepover or something. I guess we did the girls' night, which was kind of the same. You better watch out, Megan. Alex is brain rotted. Oh, see, Elizabeth? There we go. If I have no fans, I at least know I have Elizabeth. It's gonna come in clutch. It is kind of weird to think about. This is the first time I've ever talked to you guys out of cosplay. That's really weird. Shut up, man. I care more about My Little Pony than I care about Auron, but I'm willing to do Auron for the clout. Yeah, we are doing Rise of the Brave Tangled Dragons at Hallmat. Descendants is interesting. I've never really gotten into it, but I kind of always have been low-key into the costumes and the character design. So I guess if I watched them and I was attached enough to a character, I wouldn't be opposed. Oh, yeah, we are. We're doing Rise of the Brave Tangled Dragons at Hallmat. I'm doing Rapunzel. Not Rapunzel. I'm doing Merida. Alex is doing Rapunzel. Megan's doing Jack Frost. Right? Or Pickup. And then Lucas is doing one of them. Ever After High, I love, but talk about irrelevant. I got an Ever After High doll up there. Hold on. I'm a professional. Do you see them? There. Descendants mentioned. Elizabeth. Okay, if I did Descendants, who do you guys think I would like and who I would do? Because I'm not opposed. Moonspell High, I don't know. I feel like it's their version of the Bratz witches. I think it's an opposing school. I think they're going for the opposing school angle with that. Jack Frost. Ever After High will never be irrelevant. Not to me. I'll always love it, but like in general. Mal, okay. Harry. Is Harry from Descendants? Mal, I've heard of. Mal, I've heard of. Yeah, I think it literally. I think it's probably like some witch dolls. It looks like they're all like witch themed. I'm not against it. Monster High take up more shelf space in the toy aisle challenge. Captain Hook's son. Wait, let me. I'm gonna look him up real quick. From the second movie. I like how quickly you guys all jumped on this Descendants thing. Dude said from Zombies. Shut up. Okay, hold on. Harry Hook. Descendants. Okay, he's kind of hot. Wait, I could do this. Why have I never seen this man before? I'm just looking at him. Okay. I was just staring at this man. I don't want to cosplay from Scooby-Doo. I know you really like Scooby-Doo. I know you have. I wasn't paying attention. I guess I wasn't paying attention. He's really hot. He looks like the kind of character I would cosplay, actually. So now I'm kind of interested. Maybe do I have to? Okay, are the Descendants movies actually good, or are you guys like gaslighting me? And Elizabeth's also into Scooby Doo. I feel like I can name anything, and Elizabeth's like, yeah, it's my favorite thing in the whole world. Yeah, sorry, I'm not cosplaying from Scooby Doo. I'm not. That's where I have to draw the line. Okay. I know the music's good. I have heard the music. First 3 movies are good. Okay. Okay, so I should stop at that point, is what you're saying? I've always been like kind of curious just from like from a doll collector perspective, a lot of the dolls are really nice. So I like that part of it, and I've also heard the music, and the music's pretty good. So I'm not opposed, especially when characters looks like that. I do maybe fear the age of audience that I will attract if I cosplay from Descendants. Yeah, let's make a strawberry shortcake YouTube video because that makes sense. Strawberry shortcake baking, maybe, but like none of those characters have enough personality to, I think, warrant that. The first 3 movies. Okay, so I will take your guys' advice on that. I'm putting it in. I'm gonna watch them. I'm gonna watch them, and if I like them enough, who's to say? Going through you're just regurgitating the same 5 things over and over again, Alex, but I love that for you. Okay. What am I writing down the strawberry shortcake thing? Okay. And Elizabeth's also in a strawberry shortcake. I can't lose. I've got the best fan in the world. I'm gonna like everything. Okay. I'm telling you, it's all just gonna be me baking in different fonts. Baking video. I'm gonna write down watch Descendants. Okay. I'm trusting you guys here. Descendants. Okay. You guys know that whole joke that I make is serious about not being able to spell? It wasn't a joke. I don't know how to spell. I'm sure there is. Well, that's why I came here for ideas, and all I'm getting thrown is different things to bake as. I'm just saying with strawberry shortcake, how many baking videos can you make? Apparently 1 million. You text me my review of my fic, and I will text you my Descendants opinions. I will love every video. I mean, like the Homestuck ones wouldn't be baking for Homestuck. It'd probably be more like skit. I can make more skit content too. Baking is just easy because you have a set goal and a result. So, your poor kitchen. I know, my poor kitchen. I think we actually have a better kitchen setup to bake in now, though, than we did before. Because since the last time I streamed, I moved apartments, and I think this one might be better set up to actually like film. Oh, How to Train Your Dragon. I personally don't feel very strongly about How to Train Your Dragon, but like all my friends are really into it. So every baking video with me, I'll be there in spirit, not there to cook. It's literally instructions, Megan. We just have to follow instructions, and you follow instructions, good or bad, depending on how your character is. That's it. My oven will be working. Drunk fan fiction readings. That could be interesting. I'm not saying it's a better kitchen. It's just a kitchen that's better formatted to film in because it's not as big. It's a smaller kitchen, but I think it'll be easier to film in. I did have half of a thought to make it that during the last Marauder stream I was drinking, that me and Drake would be drinking, so that by the end of the stream, I was just serious but like tipsy. I don't know if that'd be funny, but I did have the thought. I really did. But I mean, there's a lot of different videos. I want to expand my repertoire. Baking was always just fun and easy because of the characters that we were doing. But when are we cosplaying SpongeBob again, but in situations? If you can tell me a good enough situation to do a SpongeBob, I'm not opposed. Megan, maybe you should do a baking video with me, huh? The audience demands it. Well, we are. I guess we're doing the Oron one or something. I don't know. I have more ideas. A cosplay video idea I had was like cosplay thrifting, where like we have to give each other a character, and then we have like 20 minutes to run around a thrift store and have to put together a costume of that character based on what we find at the thrift store and what we have at our houses. I thought that could be a fun challenge. Burple Nurples. Okay. I've been wanting to do that one for a while. I thought that'd be kind of fun as like a challenge to do, to be like, yeah. Okay, you guys like that idea? Yeah, I thought that'd be kind of fun to be like start the video and be like, all right, here's your character, here's my character, run around, don't show each other what you got, buy it, and then have to go home and like put the outfit on and do a literal runway thing. I think that would be really, really kind of cool, actually. And you can like only use the stuff that you already have or the stuff you buy in the store. I think that could be fun. Chowder baking video. Baking videos. Listen, I'm not only trying to expand beyond Harry Potter, I'm also trying to expand the kind of videos I make. Okay? So if you guys have ideas, I'm not against it, trying out new stuff. Baking's just always been really fun. And Megan, the great thing. Oh, Heyo's here. Oh my God. Holy shit. Sorry, blast from the past. Oh, I don't know why that one got me. Hey, what's up? God, jump scare. So you think I look like you think I look like the Peter Pan from 2003? That's actually such a compliment. I just gotta curl my hair a bit more. I love that. Hi, Heyo. I was thinking about all you guys the other day. Elizabeth. I was thinking about all you guys the other day because I was watching a bunch of old streams. And I miss all you guys, and I was thinking about you. I was also saying how funny it is that I've never spoken to you guys outside of character. So that is also really funny. Yeah, I missed you guys. I don't know what point you showed up, Heyo, but too long didn't read. I was just talking about how difficult the current Harry Potter fandom is in terms of making content and not getting absolutely demonized for making Harry Potter content. So I'm trying to shift away from it, but I will be having one last Sirius and Peter live stream to kind of herald in the new era that we're trying to do. I don't know exactly when it's going to be. I'm going to advertise it pretty intensely once I know when it's going to be, but it's going to be one last like goodbye stream basically before the new era of content. Sonic, I don't know what content we would make. Sonic is something. So but yeah, Heyo, if you want to put out some suggestions of other things you would like to see us cosplay from, I'm not saying I will never cosplay from them again. I love them. I love the Marauders. I love Sirius. You missed my whole speech earlier about talking about all that. But it's just really difficult right now, like the landscape. There's a lot of lack of nuance in the fandom in terms of making content that people won't absolutely demonize you for, you know? So I'm not saying I would never do them again. I'm not cutting off that avenue, but I do think I need to distance for a little bit. Just because of everything going on. And believe I said this earlier in the stream. The second that J.K. Rowling kicks the bucket, I'm on it again. But I wanted to have that one last stream to kind of celebrate the era, celebrate everything we've had before, and move forward. But still acknowledge what was. Still acknowledge what was before. But if you have any other fandoms, we've been talking about Gravity Falls, Percy Jackson, Interview with the Vampire, anime, anything like that you'd like to see me do, I'm taking suggestions. I'm literally writing them down right now. But do the okay, here's the thing. You know I have trauma about that. So don't even joke about the cinnamon challenge. Don't even fucking joke about that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So and also that that video idea I mentioned earlier with the whole like thrift cosplay challenge, I also thought about doing it in character, but you have to pick out outfits for each other in character. So you have to be like, if I was like, we'll use the Marauders example, like me as Sirius picking out an outfit from a thrift store for Remus, and he doesn't get to see it until he tries it on, sort of thing. Whisper challenges would be fun. Is that like where you like whisper to one person and they say it to or is that telephone? What is the whisper challenge? Clarify for me. Twilight is crazy, heyo. I have cosplayed Edward Cullen. And maybe I would be willing to do that for the bit. Maybe. It is weird because I'm like the only person in my friend group who's not like so into Twilight. But like if it's for a bit, Funny Bunny challenge. Stop it. You're traumatizing me right now, Alex. You know of all people. Oh, the headphones. Okay, wait, I'll write it down. What is it? The whisper challenge? I don't mind that. I don't know. A lot of people in my life like Twilight, okay? And it always feels like I'm the odd one out when it comes to that. So, but yes, heyo, there'll be one last Marauders stream. I don't know when or what day. I'm going to do my absolute best to advertise the shit out of it so everybody knows when it is. And so make sure you make that one, and we'll make it a party. You know I have trauma. You know I have trauma with the cinnamon challenge and with the fucking chubby bunny challenge. Okay, see, we didn't do that headphone one, but that's a good one. I'll take that suggestion. Yes, we're gonna get the gang back together. I'm gonna see so many familiar usernames in that live stream. It's gonna send me into a coma. I swear to God. No, I was just thinking the other day about like how much I've interacted with you guys, but like as serious, and like I was thinking about all the fun we had like in the live streams and everything. And I was getting really nostalgic about it. And that's kind of why I wanted to come on here and have this talk. To reconnect, to check up on you guys, and I want you guys to know what I'm doing, you know, like going forward, to really keep that that connection going. I don't know if I want to kiss the homies. I don't think I want to kiss the homies. Okay, I did. This is maybe my most insane video idea I've had, like out of pocket. I guess I'll write it down. I was like, what if we did the 3 versions of Willy Wonka? So like, you know, like Gene Wilder, Johnny Depp, Timothy Chalamet, and we did a challenge of like who is the best Wonka by having us guess while blindfolded what like what chocolate we're eating. And then whoever is like the best you know, like whoever guesses the most accurately would be the ultimate Wonka. I don't know. I did. I have seen Hannah Montana. I don't know if that's what Heyo's username is about, but I know exactly what you're talking about. A challenge where you bake, but one can't talk, one can't. Interesting. No, I haven't. Wait, so baking, is it one person can't talk, one person can't see, one person hear, I imagine? That'd be interesting. I've never heard of that. Multiverse stuff. Yeah, I thought that would be funny. The 3 senses challenge. Is that what it's called? Okay, I'll write that down. You guys are giving me a lot of good ideas. Okay, yeah, send me an example video so I know exactly what's going on. Yeah, I think that'd be good. But I just thought it'd be funny as the Willy Wonka thing of like how all 3 Willy Wonkas would react to eating something like a Hershey's, because I feel like Gene Wilder's Wonka would eat it and then like tell you in microscopic detail the ingredients in like the chocolate, and then like Johnny Depp's Wonka would spit it out and like into a napkin and be like, yeah, that was great, you know. And then like Timothy Chalamet Wonka would just be happy to be there. So I think it'd be funny. Would anybody watch it? I don't know, but I think it'd be funny. Because the other thing too is with this new era of YouTube, and you guys can hold me accountable for this, okay? I want to post more. I want to be on top of posting, because before I would go long stretches of time without doing anything, right? Like without actually making content. And part of that was like the whole difficulty of being a Harry Potter fan thing. And part of that was just being kind of lazy. But I want to lock in. So it might be a whole bunch of random bullshit, but it's going to be content. You get the exact ingredients in a kiss. I just feel like he'd be like, oh, 38% Belgian cocoa or something. Like he would know just from eating it. And I just think that would be kind of funny. But I'm trying to hold myself accountable to post more consistently, make more content, not just post 1 video a year and a bunch of live streams, to actually make stuff. Which means holding all my friends at gunpoint to do it with me, to make the stuff with me. Megan and Alex and everybody else. Drake, you must make content with me. You must. What is the tortilla and water challenge? I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that. Challenges I'm okay with. Like I said, I want more video concepts. Like more video concepts. like that aren't just the stuff I was doing before. Who is that? Which one of you just messaged me on Instagram or tagged me in your story on Instagram? I was like, who is that? That's crazy. Okay, I was not paying attention. You hold water in your mouth and slap each other with. Is that the kind of content you guys want to see? I think I have. I don't know what the hell characters. I feel like that's some marauder shit right there, slapping you with a tortilla. Drake is legally obligated to because he lives in my house. So he has to be in my YouTube videos. That's another thing, is picking stuff that we can all cosplay together too, that we're all willing to do. That isn't too insane. That's funny though. One of you fucking tagged me on Instagram. I'm glad you're such a fan. Yeah. Good night, Alex. I will see you very soon. But yeah, I'll let you know, and we can probably discuss soon about what stuff we actually want to actually do and not just talk about. So yeah, I'll give you, Elizabeth, I'll give you a tour of my dolls. There's my dolls. Look, was that so entertaining? That was so interesting. So you try not to laugh when you slap them with the tortilla. Okay. I don't know. If you guys think of characters I can do that as, I'm not opposed to it. So I'm not opposed to it. Now, who is blowing on my... Okay. I don't know. I'm ignoring that now. You're so intrigued. Well, I have a list going, so I'm going to sort through them, basically go through them. Okay, yeah, you know what? Tortilla challenge does give Gravity Falls, but I'm going to sort through them and talk about them with my friends to see which ones we actually want to do. And I might throw up a poll in the community tab to kind of nail down which ones you guys are interested in me doing first. I still think that the Gravity Falls stuff is going to be first. So Marauders stream, then Gravity Falls, like the baking stuff. And then after that, we are planning like a Homestuck Park day, so that might come. But I'm seeing a bunch of my friends soon, so we'll probably narrow down and kind of lock in on what specifically we want to do. Okay, you guys want to see me hit my friends in the face with a tortilla? It's kind of giving TikTok content. I also want to post more on TikTok. So I encourage you guys, if you aren't already following me on TikTok, to go follow me on TikTok. It's Kane Rose's cosplay on TikTok because I moved accounts. But I want to like make more TikTok content too. Something like that I feel like is more short form and less YouTube. So I might also try to lean into doing more YouTube shorts as well. Because I know people like those. I mean, it's the Wild West out in YouTube short land, but also possibly that. So I want to expand my horizons, try new stuff, engage in new fandoms, entertain you guys in new ways. So, yeah, that's really what I want to try to do. Because I like you guys. I have had so much fun with you guys over all the time we've known each other, and I want to keep that going. And just because J.K. Rowling wants to be a huge bitch doesn't mean we have to get rid of that. Doesn't mean we have to let that go. It might change what it looks like. It might take a new form, but it doesn't have to die. You know, the community we built here, it doesn't have to go away just because J.K. Rowling's a piece of shit, you know? Like we can begin anew. We can see, there he is. Did you hear that? Oh God, somebody save me. Sirius Black is gonna live inside me forever and ever and ever. Don't be surprised if he shows up in other characters, you know? The fucking do the roar, man. He's creeping. He's creeping. I'm trying to put that behind me. I just almost did it there. I'm trying to move on as a person. I can't keep doing the Sirius Black voice all the time. Because how am I supposed to move forward? Get into new fandoms if I'm doing the Sirius Black voice all the time. I'll do the roar game. Okay, you can do that. That's all. That's on you. But I'm probably gonna go soon because I need to eat. The only thing I'm eating all day is frozen yogurt. So if you guys have any last minute questions for me or things you want to suggest, go ahead and do them. But I'm probably gonna head off soon. So, and find out who's blowing up my phone. Yeah, I really actually do need to eat. So I'll be heading out in the next couple minutes. What time is it where you are? It is 11:07. So I've eaten froyo. That's the whole only thing I've eaten in the entire day. What time is it where you are? Where you are, Alicia? For me, it's 11. All right, it's blowing up my freaking phone. A drawing vid. Okay. Like me or like in character? Like that live I did is serious? I'll write that down. Drawing vid. Okay. Either way. Okay. So that's fine. I'll put maybe in character. I maybe want to try to do out of character stuff, but I'm not sure. I seem very confident, but being out of character kind of stresses me out sometimes. It's 3:08 in the morning, Alicia. Holy shit. Go to bed. Go to bed. But yeah, being out of character kind of stresses me out sometimes. That's why you guys have only ever spoken to me in character, because being out of character is like a lot. A lot for me. In character? Yeah, okay. So like maybe that could be a thing where it's like draw each other in character. Not you saying your friend group is something like you're maybe I was thinking maybe like some more cosplay vlogs or like getting ready stuff for like cons. Yeah, I think stuff like that. Or like me and Megan making content. It might be like we're still in cosplay, but we're not in character. So we'll like do like tier lists and stuff like that. I'm a night owl too right now, but that's because my job, I'm working night shifts. So I know, I'm just saying, the judgment of my friend. I guess you'll find out when you come back down. But yeah, I think I want to try to do more out of character stuff. It's just hard for me. It like stresses me out a little bit. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm very entertaining like when I'm not in character. So night shift. I've been working from 7 p.m. to 3:30 a.m. almost every day. That's what I've been working. So it's been a lot. It's been a lot. At 7 p.m. to 3:30 a.m. It's also why I've been neglecting my fanfic writing. So, because I've just been so freaking tired. Yeah, you really didn't. That flopped. That really did. Okay, so yeah, maybe like a minute or two more and then I'm gonna head out. But I appreciate all of you have shown up. I wasn't sure if people were actually gonna show up for an out of character stream. So I'm glad I've come up with some good ideas. You guys have given me some good ideas. I'm excited for the new era. I will make sure to let you guys know. Yeah, I'm more comfortable when I'm in cosplay, I think, because I'm not me, so I can be like silly, goofy, and weird, and it's not me. Or like I just don't like being perceived like that sometimes, where I feel like I don't feel like I'm as interesting when I'm not in cosplay. So I prefer to be in cosplay. But I'm gonna try to go through some of these ideas and just make sure you keep your eyes out for whenever that final live stream is gonna happen. I know that with live streams you can attach like a charity thing to it. So I think I might try that. Like I might try to find a charity that I really like and attach it to the stream as like a fundraiser thing to just really cover all my bases in terms of you know, being good about still cosplaying Harry Potter one last time, or at least until you know, at least until things calm down. So probably sometime next month, if I had to guess, November. I'll try to aim to have it happen then. And I will come up with something really interesting. Peel. Thank you, Elizabeth. I will try to come up with something really maybe. Should I lean complicated on the baking stream? Should I try to do something like actually really kind of intensive for me and Peter to do? In her name, yeah, could you imagine? Like, should I try to do something a little more difficult to bake just to like really make that stream kind of chaotic? I think that'd be funny. I might also lean into the drinking thing because I think that might also be funny. But just like because we made like cookies and cupcakes and cake, and I'm kind of like I want to do something a little more. I think that'd be fun. Yeah, to do something a little more like complicated. I'll have to think, but I want something that's going to be like intensive that me and Peter will have to do. Every time I say me and Peter, I almost do the voice again. I could do the voice one time before the end of the stream, I guess. Pottery. Yeah, let me just get my pottery supplies out. My wheel and my soft clay and my glazes and my kiln. We'll just turn that. Just go off the rails completely. The thing is, I do feel like I could still maintain being in character as Sirius Black even when I was drinking. All right, here's the Sirius Black voice. Is that what you wanted to hear? You guys are also used to hearing me talk like this and not talk like my normal voice. So there it is. I'm Sirius Black. We're going to do a baking video, me and Peter. If you have suggestions for what you want us to bake, put it in the chat. Are you happy? Everybody's coming out of the woodwork to say yay for me doing that. My Shayla, I missed. Shut up. Like, it's also weird for me, too, not to be talking to you guys with the accent, okay? Now your immersion's going to be ruined when I do him again, because now you know I sound like this. I don't actually sound like that. Well, see, the thing is about me and Peter is that we both do a British accent, both of us. So that's always fun to do the streams together because we both commit to the bit. I know they're going to be pissed they missed it. I deliberately held it back till they left. They didn't earn it. It's special, okay? It's a special thing just for the special people in this stream who stuck with me through everything. Alicia, hey yo, Elizabeth. Marissa, you're my actual friend, so doesn't count. Twisted Tumble. All you real ones, you get to hear the serious black voice. You get to get the behind the scenes, the scoop. But anyway, I think I am actually going to call it. I need to eat something so bad before I explode. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate all of you coming. I was really nervous about if anybody would show up to this. So you guys are real ones. I miss talking to you. And I'll talk to you again very soon as Sirius. And all of you guys were here can know you're extra special because you were here for this one. And everybody else who was there, they weren't here for this one. So you guys are extra special. Snowflake. I don't know what I'm saying. You guys are extra special because you got to see behind the scenes. So you can remember that when the next stream happens, all right? So bye-bye, everybody. I appreciate all of you. Mwah. Bye-bye.